Hello guys, welcome to my world of programming. My name is Tumitadi. Of course, we're going to talk about the mobile application and I'll tell you what is the agenda for today. So quickly, let's talk about this YouTube channel. I would highly recommend that you check out this YouTube channel of mine, and therefore the videos that you are watching right now, I am uploading them on YouTube. On YouTube, I am not censored, I am not restricted. Videos are beautifully playing there, not like socials, right? So what are we going to talk about today? So I have an agenda for today. We're gonna start with .Net Maui, right? I'm gonna do part one. We're gonna talk about what is AppCenter, and I'm excited about this topic, right? So in Visual Studio, I already have my app running on the right on the emulator. Like I said, there's a lot to cover there, and I've already covered a lot. So what is AppCenter? Number one, let's go and see what Bing tells us regarding AppCenter. So AppCenter is a cloud-based solution for mobile development. It provides various services such as build, test, distribute, monitor, and diagnose for iOS, Android, and Windows and Mac OS apps. AppCenter groups settings for services under an app, which can be associated with a user account or an organization. AppCenter helps developers to achieve faster release cycles, higher quality apps, and better user insights. And this is true. So now we know what AppCenter is, right? Good. So this is how my AppCenter dashboard looks like. And these are all my organizations, right? You can group them. Like for now, we're looking at license and tips, and there are two apps in there, both Android and iOS, right? So before we talk about the Android and before we talk about the iOS, I want you to realize that my app is both on Google Play Store and Apple Store, right? Cool. So how do you make use of AppCenter, right? What is the purpose? Number one, you need to be able to do this. So let's go to NuGet packages. This is the most critical thing. So if I say AppCenter, you need to bring in 3 packages. Well, I bring in 3 packages, right? Where is my router? I don't know why this is so slow. Come on. I'm sorry guys, it's load shedding. We're living in a world where it's load shedding, but it's okay. So number one, you need this package, Microsoft AppCenter. Number 2, you need this package for the crashes. Number 3, you need this one, which is analytics. These are the ones that I'm using. I don't use distribute, I don't use push. Even this one has been discontinued, but I don't use this one. So after that, where do you register them? You're gonna go to, remember this is .Net Maui project, right? For both Android and iOS. I removed the rest of the platforms. And please know that I've done a couple of videos so far regarding the mobile app, how I build license and tips, right? Cool. So you're gonna go to Maui program class, and we already talked about what this class is all about. So at the bottom, this is what I did. I said, listen, AppCenter, this is how you initialize it on Maui program class, appcenter.start, right? So for Android, you're gonna pass in the app secret, and you get that from the dashboard. So what happens? Okay, for iOS, you're gonna do the app secret. Then when you're done, you see with this comma, you're gonna say type of. I'm enabling analytics, and I'm also enabling crashes on both platforms, Android, iOS, right? But you can go and take it further. So going back to the portal on Android, if you scroll down, you will read the instructions on what to do, and you see they show where your app secret goes, and there's app secret here on step number 3 for both Android and iOS, right? There we go. So you need to bring in these guys. Cool. So that it's sorted, right? Cool. So this guy, then I have created another helper method called AppCenter Analytics. So this helps me, and I'll show you why it's important. So I do 3 things. I get the current devices model, I get the current devices manufacturer, and I get current devices name. Please note the sequence. the model, the manufacturer, the name. Then I do string interpolation to say analytics. It comes from Microsoft AppCenter Analytics. Dot track event, and I'll say device info, and then I'm gonna separate them, say device model, device manufacturer, device name. This is important. This is the first thing where I'm collecting analytics. So let's see how that looks like. Right, so if I go to analytics, so for Android, I'm gonna start with Android. So here you can see the active users over the past 28 days, 1 day, 7 days, right? There used to be 90 days. I don't know what happened. And you can filter with the versions. So currently I'm pushing all the versions, but you can filter with the most recent version, right? So you're gonna get daily session, per user session, duration. The devices is the most important thing. This is the most important thing, right? And the OS distribution, right? And then here you can check active users per version, which is the most recent one, this one. But some people they used to use this one, but I discontinued this one, and there's a reason why. And here you can check the countries and languages. I want to make note of something. The current app on Google Play Store, I've filtered all other countries except for South Africa. But when you see United States, it's because Google has to do what? Test my app. And I don't know what about Canada, and I don't know what's going on with unknown. But I know in America that's what Google is, and the language. I want you to note in language. So let me go to iOS, right? iOS, let's go to analytics. The same thing, right? So, but for top devices, I have iPhone 6s, iPhone XS, iPad, and simulator, and OS distribution, right? And they'll show you this. You see South Africa mostly. But check this. This is very strange. I picked this thing up. That there's someone who's using Chinese as the language on their phone. And I don't know who this person is. iPhone XS, because I don't own that. I own this one, and I own this one. I don't know who this is. Right. So what about this matrix here? Especially from this helper method, right? Because whenever you launch the app, this is going to keep on showing up. Okay. So if you go to, let me check log flow first. This used to work perfectly, meaning that in real time it will show that the app is interactive. Let me see if I can't get that. So let's see. Let's go to trending, because this used to be interactive. It will show what's currently happening on the app, who the user is and the time. Then so I don't know. Okay, that loaded. Okay, but this, I think it's broken log flow. All right, but the one I know, it's events. This is where it gets interesting. Remember, I'm getting 3 things, and I'm writing device info using string interpolation. So this is where I get that information, because for me it's very important. Device info, what is the model of the device, manufacturer of the device, and device name. So let me quickly show you. Let's start with Android first. So let's go. Oh, log flow for Android. I'm sorry. Is it going to do anything? No. Should I go to, let's say, suggestions? Let that spin for a second. Is it going to show anything? Data, awaiting data from your app. Come on, do something. No. Do you want to do something? No. Come on. Okay, it's fine. So let's go to events for Android. You see this one. I know this model, manufacturer, and the name. So there's someone who's using Oppo, and a number of times. This is very important. Listen, I'm gonna do part 2, right? But like I said, I'm gonna do part 2. I just want to show you what happens, what services does one use in programming world. I can teach you all of this. I can show you using my existing app on both Android and iOS, and I can take my time. It's only gonna cost you 25 Rand per session. That session is a full hour, anytime from Monday to Friday, from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. If you know anyone who wants to learn all of this, or if you want to learn this, I'm here to show you what I've done and what I've used. If that sounds good, I'm gonna leave my numbers. Thank you.